Are you ready for more? Are you? I got you, girl. We are doing another installment of a huge winter perfume haul that I kind of amassed over the last 6 weeks. First, just a quick departure. Swear to God, this is the only skincare I'm going to show, but like since I already started on that last year, one of my kind of self-care resolutions was to try a new trend. It's not that new. A trend of over moisturization to like take care of my skin. It's an Asian thing. You pretty much slather really thick moisturizer after you put all of the, I don't know, nutritious or anti-aging ingredients and serums over, and then you slap too much of a moisturizer. It has to be thick enough and balmy, and then you pretty much remove what hasn't been absorbed yet. So I got myself 2 more options to try. So one is a Real Barrier Extreme Cream. This is Korean brand. I got this as part of their PR package, and they claim, well, they literally claim this is what this cream is for. This is why I kind of like jumped on it, because they say that this is for extremely dry skin. If you live in dry climate and cold climate, this is a super thick, balmy cream that, let's see what's in the ingredients. Well, the usual. I don't really see any magical ingredients in the first 10, so we'll see. But anyway, they claim that this creates a real, very specific barrier. I don't see mineral oil here. Barrier between your skin and the rest of the environment. And again, you first apply all of the like boosters, serums, you name it, and then you kind of like seal it with a thick balmy cream like this. I already started using it. So far so good, but I kind of feel I use a lot to get the level of moisturization that I need, and I don't live in the driest state. Florida is by no means like a dry state. It's rather humid. So we'll see how that goes. So far, this is probably like where marketing meets the need, but in terms of functionality, I'm not sure if it's like it yet, but we'll see. And the second thing that is sent over also kind of to complement it, and sometimes a good toner makes a huge difference. So I'm gonna give it a go. This is Extreme Essence Toner. So again, something that normalizes the pH balance. For a lot of people who have dry patches, it's their top 1 problem really. So this is the best toners that I tried that are Asian, like, or Korean to be specific. They are gel-like. Let's see. I'm just gonna go for it. Yep. You gotta love Korean skincare for this. This is like a gel-like toner. It's not too liquidy. And these are the guys who really help to rescue your skin if you're like super dry. So like the kind of dry, like before you even tap the towel over your wet face, you start feeling the burn of your dry skin. So the gel-like toners are life-saving substances for that. So if you apply the toner, you get like a grace period of 5 minutes before you slather all of the other ingredients and substances on it, and then seal it with a really thick balmy cream. Super excited to try this stuff. We'll see how that goes. So far, I like the formulations, but we'll see if they actually work. I'm kind of glad that I showed you that, because otherwise I would forget, but now to the big guns. All right, where do I even start? Okay, let me start here. I have 2 bottles of this. 2. But those are travel size. And I couldn't. I was like, you know what? No, not this one. This one. This one I have 2 bottles on, but they're travel size, and I just couldn't. I was like, no, I do need a proper full-size bottle of this perfume. This is the most amazing, hypnotic, poisonous shipper that I have in my collection, and this is Mata Hari 1876 by French niche house Histoire de Perfumes. I thought I would be satisfied with just 2 travel size, and their travel size is beautifully done, just very stylish. Not like a lot of other travel sizes that are just very generic bottles. The way that they package and conceptually frame their perfumes is truly a meal for my brain. But I couldn't. It's a collector in me, you know. You get them together, you get what? A library. So sexy, right? A library with perfumes. What can I say? Mata Hari is probably the most unusual Histoire de Parfum scent that I have. So probably not going to be everybody's cup of tea, but if you like mossy, hypnotically bitter, powdery, with a bit of this kind of like absinthe feel, it's so good. No regrets. Honestly, no regrets. I needed that in my life, and I'm glad I finally got myself a tester bottle. All right, now something that I tried in Sephora, in Central Sephora in Paris, France, years ago, and just couldn't quite figure out if I liked it, was the Serge Lutens. Can you believe Sephora in France has Serge Lutens on its shelf? And by the way, a lot of other niche perfume brands. But I jumped on it. The price was just good enough. And this is Serge Lutens La Couche du Diable. It's a very resinous, sweet incense type of scent. I already have it sprayed here. This is what they come looking like. I am not a big fan of of the graphic design here, but what can you do? Serge Lutens packaging has gone through so many iterations, it's painful to watch. Couche du Diable, as I said, I only wore it a little bit, and I jumped on it because of the price. It was 80 bucks maybe. It was fine. It was good enough. And again, it's a little bit of a collector in me. I do have a bit of a small collection of Serge Lutens perfumes going. That said, I need to have some kind of reckoning with sweet, resinous, incensey perfumes that I have in my collection, because it's clearly not an everyday occurrence, you know, to wear something like this. And yet I feel I have quite a few. So I'm gonna save some analysis of what this is and more importantly what this is not for later days. So my winter is gonna be I'm planning to have a little bit of a reckoning with the incense as an accord and a note in my perfume collection, because as classic, as an important it is in the world of perfumes, I'm not sure that my choices and my preferences are even clear to me at this point. That said, if you're the kind of person who rocks incense-centric scent every day of your life, I want to hear more from you. Please let me know your top favorites. I'm gonna be kind of trying to know thyself this winter when it comes to incense, and this is gonna be one of the candidates for possibly a super favorite. Okay, this tester, I've been dying to get at least one bottle like this. I love colored glass. And also I tried it in the Central department store in Moscow, again, at this point years ago, when I was traveling. And it just, it just created a memory. It was Christmas. Moscow was just shining with all of the light sculptures, snow. It just felt so flamboyant, beautiful and rich, that the Selective boutique line by Chopard kind of fit right in my memory. And then Fragrance Bida Canada did their Boxing Day sale, and they sold Chopard Orange Marasque for I think 80 bucks, something of that nature. And I die for colored glass, the gemstone colors, especially green with gold. So, that said, they have quite a few options like that. I don't know if you can see the beautiful green color. No, you can. I don't think you can. No, can you? All right, well, look up the pictures online. It's way more beautiful in person. Chapar has quite a few of these, blue, green, you name it. And the common critique is that they are a bit too expensive for what they are, olfactory design-wise. And I guess it's true. I would agree. These scents, in a way, remind me of what Irene does, what Veronique Gabai does, what a lot of those comfortable luxury brands do, but the prices are a bit much, it seems. And yet I love this. This is a warm, sweet, spicy in a way of dessert cakes, you know, something you bake, maybe cookies, cakes, kind of cinnamony, something sweet, cinnamony, warm. It's almost like those orange skin cookies that you can bake sometimes. I don't know if you have that in your cuisine, but like I remember from my childhood, sometimes like you can preserve orange peel in sugar, and then we call it cedar, right? Cedra. I don't know. Correct me. I don't know what's the name in English. So, and then you cut them in small little parts, and I think those are really used to make sweets in Turkey as well. And then you pretty much like chocolate chips, you like kind of put them in dough and then you bake cookies with them. This is exactly what it smells like. Not very complicated, but such a comforting, appetizing smell that is not too edible. Like my problem with gourmand fragrances, they're often just too syrupy or too edible. I want something that makes me think of a dessert, but doesn't make me smell explicitly cliché like a dessert. So, Orange Moresque by Chopard, beautiful packaging, very comforting, wintry scent. Very glad I finally found it. And again, to me, it's a bit of a, also a memory lane type of situation. All right. Yet another Boxing Day sale from Fragrance by Canada was blind buy, cheap. It was exactly cheap enough. I'm gonna try it. It's Diptyque Tom Dow Eau de Parfum. I have 50 ml here. I think I paid like $70 for it. Not the worst. There's somewhat of a retro feel here. I'm not ready to talk about it, honestly. I kind of like it, I kind of don't. I can't put my finger on it. Tom Dow, have you tried it? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. I'm gonna stop myself here. I need to wear it more. I need to find some comparisons because there's something about Tom Dow Eau de Parfum that is both kind of old school elegance and yet feels dated. I can't nail it. I'll think about it. I'll think about it and tell you later. There's something about it, it's just not quite clicking with me. But that's that. And the last one from that order. Oh, we're not done. Oh, we're not done. This is the last one from that order. Okay? All right? I have a problem. I don't, but some people may think I do. I am on a hunt for the perfect leather scent. I want something just like the Fruity Shipper I showed you in the previous haul, which I found, Quartier Le Panther Parfum, spoiler alert. I want to find smooth, well-rounded, perfect leather scent for me. I have all kinds of twists here and there, and the niche loves doing like all kinds of unusual twists. As beautiful, as perfect, fine. But I want to find like a staple, like a benchmark of a like perfect leather scent composition that I can benchmark all other scents by. So Elie Saab from their selective line, or boutique line, whatever you want to name it, La Collection de Cures. Hope I'm saying it right. So it's leathery collection. This is Cure Absolute, the absolute leather. And they even say it on their website. This is like the most classic, the most perfectly shaped leather scent by us. So let's see, Elie Saab. So here, it's very, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Kabashar by Gray. So it's that kind of leather accord. It's almost sour. It's very slapstick. And again, in a way, Marquise de Sade by Etat Libre d'Orange, but that one is like the epitome of BDSM. That one is like painful. This is more balanced, a little sweeter, but it's just so, there's something screaming here. I would say it's some kind of like Elemi, civetta, animalic, musky type of note that is just yelling so loudly. And maybe that's how true leather really smells like, because I hear it stinks. But it, I'll give it a go, okay? I'll give it a go. I'll save more informed opinions for later. According to Elie Saab, this is the perfect leather scent. If you have your own version of a perfect leather scent, please tell me in the comment down below, because I don't feel like I'm done with this one. I don't feel like I'm done searching. This might be not even wearable for me. We'll see. We'll see. I'm open. I'm open to learning. I'm open to expanding my olfactory understanding of things, but it's not the easiest perfume, I would say. All right, now to the real surprise. I surprised myself with this purchase, not gonna lie, but I wanted to try this French house for so long. We're talking about, ooh, this is gonna be hard to say, to pronounce. Lilac Imaginaire. Let's pretend I did it correctly. I'm gonna show you the packaging. I'll make it easier for you. Imaginary liquids. That's how it should be translated into English. What I know for sure, that you don't pronounce it how it's written. Welcome to French. But some, you know, I'm not gonna try again. I'm just not going there. Arguably, a lot of their scents are kind of this somewhat of a retro take on rather popular concepts. They do try to come up with timeless classics, but in a way that is ever so slightly not mainstream. Useless description, wasn't it? Anyway, let me show you what I got. So the most famous one, which is very hard to get, but just so you know, by Imaginary Liquids, I'm gonna call them that, is Dom Rosa. Because according to many bloggers and many comments online, Dom Rosa is the perfect iced champagne, like a sweet, semi-sweet champagne scent. Like just semi. I have a decant. I like it. I'm not sure if I love it, but like I would say that yeah, it's interesting. It's truly interesting. It's worth trying. So there's, I think this is from the same collection, the scent that is called Bloody Wood. So this, if I'm not mistaken, is from their wine collection. So this is, ooh, there's a lot here to read. Why the hell? Why don't we do a little bit of a theatrical reading here. You ready? I'm not going to read the whole thing, but you know, the part that matters. My perfume is born of this opposition between desire and sorrow. My blend is an olfactory challenge between white and red. The coolness of metal and the beat of the oak, which encloses my maceration. My heart bleeds red berries, satisfying the thirst of every creature and turning the color of all nature to red. I'm your emotion just below the surface. Bloody wood is my name. You feel it? You feel it? Yeah. Anyway, on a slightly less poetic note, people say it's it's a red wine kind of scent. So it's like almost like people say like, oh, if you really like red wine has a lot of aromas and flavors, that said, but still like that kind of area of scents, and you want it as a personal perfume, bloody wood is the something to go after. Let me show how it's packaged. So here we get this little pouch. I just don't want to drop it, it's pretty heavy. Here we go. That's their typical packaging. Bloody wood. I mean, it's recognizable. It's kind of like medieval in a way, kind of gothic, I would say, in the way that they went about conceptual design. It's not nearly as tangy as red wine. It's a little sweeter. But it definitely has a lot of that tannin type of sour, aromatic bitterness. All in all, wearable. It's not like too niche where you have to study it as a painting, right? But it's not really something you would want to have in your living room. No, I would say this is quite a wearable type of aroma. Interesting, unusual, wearable. I need to study it more. Glad I got it. I am. And the second one is kind of the same story as Elisab Cour Absolue. Is Buveur du Vin by the same house. Again, online, folks say that this is the perfect, for many, it's like their canonical leather scent. And I'm all for it. I'm really trying to find my favorite canonical leather scent. So let's see. At this point, I feel at some point I'll have to go back to Memo leather collection because I'm still not finding it yet. Let's see about this one. So, Buveur du Vin by Imaginary Liquids, Lilique Imaginaire. It's my last attempt. Let's see. You know what it reminds me of? From the get-go, it's not a clone, but like it's like from the same family. Spicy, leathery, thyme type of scent, so cardamom. Fate by Amouage for men. Not quite that, but like sort of to that family, toward that story. I must say it's more spicy and powdery than Cour Absolue by Elisab, and not nearly as animalic and musky. So I just by default, I like it more. But again, that might be a bit much for me too. I might be not a leather kind of person. I always thought I liked leather, but apparently not as a dominant accord. We'll see. I'll give it a go. Again, looking for recommendations. If you guys know something for my epic search of a perfect leather scent, leave a comment below. I'm looking. I'm continuing my search. I don't feel like I found it yet. Okay, I am covered in bottles. And with that, I think I showed you everything to date. To date, this is what we've got. There is more than 10 here, just in the first month of 2022. The low buy is not happening, is it? It's not happening. Okay, all right. Okay. I'll see you in the next one.